we're going to talk a little bit about lettering. Now, lettering is a special graphic way of representing your text in drafting. Now, lettering basics, techniques, a normal person can learn to letter. It just takes a little time. It looks a little different. Many of you might sort of letter anyway, just the way you do write. Now, this handout here just gives you a little bit to read about what lettering is and how it works. Now, if you look at this, these are actually lettered. Okay, the importance of good lettering cannot be overemphasized. The lettering can make or break an otherwise good drawing. So, needs to be done with pencil. That's important so you can erase and keep it clean, at least on the stuff we do. Always use guidelines. That's why we're going to be using graph paper, and any papers you have will have some guidelines, or we can use a ruler and draw some guidelines. So, guidelines, they're extremely important. You want them top to bottom. Size-wise, you can see capital letters are commonly made 1/8 inch high. We're going to be lettering a little bit bigger. It's easier to letter a little bit bigger than an 1/8 inch, at least to start. Here is another basic sheet. You have this on the website and in your packet too, or in the papers you're printing, that also show you some simple ways of lettering. Okay? Now, the basic way you can see is, one stroke, two strokes, such like that. Now, it used to be like if you were going to make a B per se, actually that does show quite a few steps there. 1 or L, I is straight down. It's not very straight. So for L, we'd have 1, 2, T. And of course you want these to be nice and straight. I'm doing this with a electronic tablet that isn't so easy for me, but with a little practice they'll look better. The important part is, like down here you can see 8. It's showing you to do 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Now, that gets a little excessive, and for our purposes, I'm fine if we shorten that up a little bit. The big deal is to make them look the best you can. Okay, that was with just 2 strokes, a circle and a circle. Common practice, or standard practice, originally was to bring everything left to right and top to bottom, depending on what you're making. Okay, so like K, you can see K has 1, 2, 3 strokes, and the B's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strokes, which that's a little excessive. So for an assignment, you're actually going to be lettering a little bit. Okay, we'll ask a few questions about drafting and such, and you'll have to letter the answers. Now, they won't be very long, so you won't have to letter too long, but we want your name lettered on the page and all the answers.